game last night, Vincent. He threw the kitchen sink, the laundry sink, and next door's kitchen sink and laundry sink at Simon Stevenson. He was incredible at the start of that match. He did tail off a little bit, but that may have had something to do with the fact that Stevenson upped his game. He's going to need everything tonight to beat Van Gerwen, you feel.
Well, if Vincent plays like he did yesterday, particularly in the early stages of that one, then he's got a chance, because after 3 legs he was 3-0 up and averaging 130. He might need to be doing something like that against MVG.
Yeah, his first 9 average was 143. Yeah, which, like you said yesterday, which made me chuckle a little bit. If he throws a 140 now, his first 9 average is going to go down.
Yeah, madness.
That's where his first dart was last night. That's where his second dart was most of the time. And he hit a few of them last night too.
He did. A 140 would have left 162, but I suppose Vincent van der Voort this weekend thinks if the first one's in there, he's just going to follow it. So, get the first leg on the board.
You've got to think, if you're Vincent playing against Michael, there isn't any pressure, because everybody expects Michael to win. That's the way you should approach a game against MVG. That's how a lot of guys approach games with Phil Taylor over the last 15, 20 years. 17 for Bull now. Oh, that for double 8. And 145 is what Michael van Gerwen hit to win his first World Grand Prix.
Ooh, can't find the treble 19.
Went a different way. He hit the 45 in tops when he hit that against Mervyn a few years ago. A little to the left, Vincent. He hits the green, but against the green man.
Well, Michael van Gerwen, I know a lot of people will look to his performance in the final of the World Grand Prix and say he wasn't very good. Well, he wasn't for the first 4 sets, and he could have been 4-0 down. But the fact is, he found enough good moments in those first 4 sets to be level at 2 apiece. And then when he did start playing a bit more like the MVG we know, he just took the final away from the world number 2, remember, Peter Wright. And leading up to the final, nobody got close to him.
That's set play for you. You just got to find 3 good legs in a set. And we'll get there. He does like set play, Michael.
100.
I think he looks at it as a little bit more of a challenge, because we play so much match play all year. There's only a couple of times where we do have set play. Grand Prix and World Championship. Used to be the other way around when we played set play on the Pro Tour. People loved playing match play because it was so different.
Yeah, you do get the feeling that set play is a little bit of a leveller, if you will. You know, the match play tends to favour the best players, because you can have legs off and it doesn't matter. So the most consistent, the better players, will benefit from just playing straight leg format. Which is why, you know, Phil Taylor won all those match plays. Michael van Gerwen has been the man to beat at the World Match Play.
Well, of course, on the odd occasion as well, you do get people who win more legs than their opponent in set play, but lose the match. Double 4 for Van Gerwen, so be level.
Vincent van der Voort to take a 2-0 lead. Oh, Vincent. He cannot believe that has not found the double 6.
That has found the double 1. Not often you find Van Gerwen on double 1, unless he goes 180, 139, 180, which he has done in the past.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple of times hit a 10 dart leg on double 1, which is just ridiculous.
That's like Barry Hearn keeps saying to us, it's an entertainment sport. And when you finish a 10 darter on double 1, it's incredibly entertaining.
Well, he does want to put on a show, and he stresses that. He always says that after his European Tour victories. He said, the crowds we get here, they're here to be entertained, and that's what I want to do. I want to win, of course I want to win. I want to do it in style as well. And most of the time he does. We've seen some dominant displays on the Euro Tour this year. Only dropped 1 leg on the way to the final in one of them. Averaged 110 in the quarters, semis and the final of another as Vincent van der Voort leaves himself 171.
He shouldn't have done that.
Some questionable maths already in this game from Vincent van der Voort. Oh look, he could have had a shot. He could have had a shot in this leg, and he hasn't. Not yet at any rate. Will he be allowed one? Probably not. No, he isn't. 11 darter from Michael van Gerwen.
Well, one thing that is very encouraging for Vincent van der Voort fans, when he won yesterday against Simon Stevenson, as Van Gerwen turns up the heat. He did an interview with Elmer Polk on stage, and he was talking about how a change in stance is probably going to allow him to play for another 10 years, which is very good news, because we want Vincent van der Voort on the tour. We want to see him playing well. He's exciting to watch. So for him to have changed the stance a little bit and take some of the pressure off his injured back, it's brilliant news.
Yeah, it was interesting him saying that, because he says he's changed things, and sometimes he's still getting used to it. You know, sometimes it doesn't feel brilliant, and he doesn't have the control of his darts. But you know, if you've played darts for as long as Vincent has, and then you've changed how you stand, it is a strange thing to get used to.
96.
But if it means he can play without doing his back every time, he showed us yesterday that he can play some really good stuff. So long may it continue. Announced his retirement a couple of years ago at the World Championship, and I didn't think we'd see him, and then he spent a lot of time putting a lot of physio work, painful physio work, to get him back on stage. But I'm not sure he's going to be on stage for much longer in this particular game, because Michael van Gerwen, after having two very average legs to start, has just clicked into gear.
He certainly has. And I can attest to the whole physio thing. When I was getting physio on my shoulder beginning of last year, you're walking out of the physio dripped in sweat because you're being put in these positions, and it's not nice, but it's necessary, because you want to be able to throw darts with no pain and freedom of movement, which is what Vincent has craved for the last few years. Show me a dart player that doesn't have the odd niggle now and again. It's not a natural position to be standing against that hockey and being constantly on one side of your body.
Well, it's a bit like, you know, bowlers in cricket, isn't it? It's not as strenuous an activity, darts, obviously, but you're doing it for a lot longer.
Yeah.
And particularly those guys who are practicing hours and hours and hours, and, you know, many of them we've seen playing into their 40s, their 50s, even their 60s. It'll be decades and decades of putting your body through that.
81.
And it will take its toll eventually, and Vincent is not a small man.
No, he's not.
133.
Great darts from Van Gerwen.
121.
Van der Voort needs this.
Yeah, it may have to go. Could go.
96.
Doesn't go. Surprised he didn't go ball first dart. A lot of the Dutch lads go ball first dart on the 1-2-1.
Tops now. Ooh, just over the bar.
60. Vincent required 25.
Can't afford to miss this one, Vincent. Deadly silence. Great order from the crowd.
9.
Can't do that against Michael van Gerwen. He knows that.
No, but unfortunately, for a lot of players, they tend to do it against Michael van Gerwen, perhaps more than against other players, because they know they can't afford to.
Well, Michael's going to take no pleasure in putting Vincent through this, but he's a professional, and this is what dart players have to do, whether it's against your mum, your dad, your best friend, or your worst enemy. You go up there to win.
140.
Have you ever seen, I know we've seen brothers face each other, you know, Kim and Ronnie Hybrechts have done it in the past.
140.
We haven't seen any, have we seen more family? We haven't seen a father play son, have we?
I have once in soft tip. Paul Lim versus Chris Lim in Hong Kong last year. That was a great event. It was the first time I've ever seen father and son.
93.
Sure, there's the possibility in ladies' darts of a mother versus a daughter,
With Danielle Ashton plays, doesn't
Ashtons,
she?
yeah.
140.
Oh, it's another good scoring leg from Vincent van der Voort, but is he going to be able to take out the double? Because he's 1 out of 9 right now on his doubles.
Which has been applied.
12s. Double 13. He's got it. Breaks back.
Yeah, I'm not an advocate for the treble there, as you know, Dan, but when it pays off, it looks great. That treble 20 has been absolutely mullered in this game.
140.
Well, Vincent is 2 out of 10 on his doubles, and he's still averaging 97. Imagine what he'd be doing if he was finishing
96.
anywhere like he was finishing yesterday when he saw off Simon Stevenson.
We have seen a finishing clinic tonight from Darren Webster.
Yeah, 6 out of 7 on his doubles, and one of them was a double-double finish.
It was. Are we ever going to see the over 100% where someone's hit every finishing double, but there was a double-double in there?
Well, I mean, there might be a man who could do it tonight. Peter Wright has given some real clinics of finishing this year. We can't see the biggest finish of the lot from Vincent van der Voort. And Michael van Gerwen for a 4-visit leg.
15 for Bull. Double 10. Oh, that is delightful. And that is the most difficult way you could probably hit 90 in that situation. Phenomenal. So in the last 2 legs, we've seen the treble option for the double, as opposed to the big number for the Bull.
Yeah, some of those. As a player yourself, Paul, do you prefer some of those? That treble 15 for double 10 right next to each other on the board. It's a nice little move. The treble 12 for double 13 is a big move across, but you do have pretty much the right weight, don't you?
Yeah, the treble 12 for the double 13 is quite a difficult adjustment, I think. I do like the treble 15 for double 10 in that spot, but what I don't like is going for Bull first. I think in that spot, most players will go 20s. But Michael van Gerwen's no ordinary beast. He fancied the Bull tops there, and he wasn't even entertaining the single 15. He wanted the shot at double 10, got it and hit it. But it's a good transition from treble 15 to double 10, it's on the same level.
59.
Well, that leaves him Shanghai for the match. It would be the biggest checkout of the match. And he's not going to be under any pressure. Vincent, you can see the frustration. He's put in a decent display, but it's not been enough against the world's best player and his best mate.
80.
Because he will get more match starts, Michael van Gerwen, as he looks to set up a clash with Stephen Bunting, who was phenomenal at the back end of his game this afternoon against Mickey Mansell. Won 4 legs in 48 darts. And if Bunting plays like that tomorrow and Michael van Gerwen brings his game, we have got a heck of a last 16 tie, because the world number 1 has beaten Vincent van der Voort. He will not make it to the European Championship this year, Vincent van der Voort. This man sat next to me can breathe a little bit easier as one of his potential usurpers goes out of the tournament. But coming up, we've got the world number 2 looking to join the world number 1 in the 3rd round. Peter Snakebite Wright takes on Jelle Klaassen here in Göttingen.
Michael, congratulations. Is it strange to play a friend, and it was an important match for him to qualify for the European Championship?
Yeah, there was the worst thing what could happen to both of us. Of course, for Vincent, this was really important to qualify himself for the European Championships. But you know, you got a job to do, even for myself, and it's very annoying for both of us that we have to play. And he missed a few chances early on, and of course I was trying. I will always try, whoever it is, because that's why you're the best for. But yeah, I don't like things like this because I think he deserves. He works really hard for it. I think he deserves everything. And yeah, when you do this to a mate, yeah, of course it hurts.
Was it a good timing to win the World Grand Prix now? After they started talking about who is the better player in these days, is it Gary or is it you, and then you won it?
Yeah, the only thing I can do is win my games, and people expect a lot from me, and the crowd here as well, but I'm here on a mission. I want to win this tournament as well, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
Cool to have you here. Thank you very much, Michael. Michael van Gerwen. Also, freut sich hier zu sein.